fits in Wailuku, Hawaii, Maui. Today's video is going to be a how to protect your Jimmy Choo soles. This is a brand new pair of Jimmy Choos, and this client is going to a wedding. It's going to be some rainy weather, so she wants to de-slick the bottom. They're very, very slick, this beautiful leather. And so I picked I'm going to put Topy on the bottom of it, and I have another demonstrational video, Chanel sole protectors. If you click the link right here on the screen, it'll take you to that. But today we're picking, this is kind of a nude color. And so when the gal has her leg crossed, we want to make sure the color doesn't stand out too dark. So I'm picking this nice nude color. It's called Topy. I've shown it to you before. It's very thin. And I'm choosing a color that's very similar to this edging. It's she's got a little bit of brown on there, but it's still pretty light. So from the side view, we want to make sure that it doesn't show up too much and it still has that elegant, dressy look. So there we have it, this beautiful pair of Jimmy Choos. Supplies you will be needing will be Topy material, some glue, scissors, and a little bit of sandpaper, and you could actually be on your way and do it yourself. So enjoy the show. Remember to subscribe, and aloha. Here we are in the sanding room. First step is we're going to sand the bottom of this sole so that these ridges, this curve, kind of flattens out a little bit. There's a tendency for the material to go on it but pull away from the edge if there's too much of a curve, so we're going to try to straighten that out just a little bit. And I'm going to rough it up just a little bit, and see this line I've drawn? That's where my, sorry, that lighting on there better. It's hard to see it in this light, but anyway, I've drawn a line, and that's where my pattern starts. This is the pattern. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to sand this pattern down. See, I have this edge is kind of thick if you look at that, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it nice and flat so that when it sets on the shoe, like such, it just blends in and there isn't a real big ridge right there. So that's important. I think it's a sign of the higher quality. So here we go. It's not quite as rounded anymore, and it roughed it up just a little bit. It had some marks in there, see, so it's a little bit rougher. That'll make it easier to stick. I really like that. And so now we're going to move on to the gluing. Here we are, ready to glue. My glue is just the right consistency. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and start with my Topy half sole, making sure to get the glue everywhere just in case it's outside of the tracing line. That's about how much glue you need. And we'll go ahead and glue the bottom of the shoe. Now we let it wait. I'm going to say 15-20 minutes. I'm actually going to go more like 20 just so I'm positive that it's nice and dry. I want it to really adhere. And I have shown you that I make this pen line, and I covered that with glue so that I make sure that the pen line won't show once I apply the Topy half sole to it. So I'll let that dry and we'll come back and assemble the shoe. So there we are at the end of another tutorial. This is the finished project. This is this beautiful little Jimmy Choo shoe with a half sole protector in nude. And the client's going to absolutely love it. The shoe is beautiful. It's worth protecting and extending the life. When this sole protector wears out, we can just take that off and put a new one on, rather than actually wearing into the structural integrity of the shoe, and the original leather sole will just leave that in place. There we go. Thanks again for joining me. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, or give me any comments of things that you would like to see. You can find all of these supplies and more on my website, teriedmonds.com. Thanks for joining me, and aloha. Thanks for joining me on this tutorial of a Jimmy Choo sole protector. It's hard to say. So one last look at our beautiful little Jimmy Choo half sole protector. Thanks for joining me. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and give me suggestions of things that you would like to see. And remember to subscribe to my channel.